Hello everyone, welcome back to Taylor's Natural Soaps. Today we're making the natural deodorant. So I have all my dry ingredients in here. This is my bentonite clay, my kaolin clay. I also have some arrowroot powder in here, Damascus earth. And then I have my mixed oils in here. This is my carrier oil, shea butter, some coconut oil, just 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm sorry, 4 ounces. Some other oils in my vitamin E. And then over there on my stove, I do have my deodorant, natural deodorant pellets that have been melted on top of the stove in a double boiler. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix in my oils. That's my shea butter oils, things of that nature. I'm going to mix this in the dry clay, get it nice and incorporated. I need to buy one of those clear mixing bowls so you guys can see. So I'm going to get this nice and incorporated. I like to use my spatula so you can scrape out everything, because anybody who out here makes crafts or natural products, you know some of these ingredients can be very expensive. And even though the pandemic is not as bad as it first was last year, it's still taking a while for you to get ingredients shipped to you, or when you go online to order, the shipping is sometimes more than the ingredients that you use, which is crazy. So I'm going to mix this really good. It almost looks like mud. Or should I say wet, very wet mortar mix. So I'm going to mix this really good to make sure there's no lumps in here. And when I make this, I do like the small batches. I do different scents, like my lavender scent. Lavender is very common. Everybody knows that helps with your anxiety and things of that nature. Then I use one I make with geranium. That's for balance, and geranium smells so good. I see why it balances you out. Just the smell of it is just awesome. Then I use my patchouli, and here what it looks like. You know, when you're mixing this, if it ever starts to get hard on you, you can always like pop it back in the microwave to soften it up so it can pour easily. So here is my deodorant. And my candela wax. All my hard wax and beeswax I put in here. And you can see how hard it gets just that quick. Look at that. Almost look like honey. So I'm going to scrape up any excess that I have because it's starting to harden. I'm going to pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So I'm going to get all of it out. Waste not, want not. So I'm going to mix this up really good. Incorporate it in here. I might stick this back in the microwave to make sure there's no lumps in here, because I got some lumps. And you want this a nice smooth pour when you're making your deodorant. And since I split these up in batches, I usually don't, there you go, 1 second. Can't fully. I usually, mix this up in smaller batches. I'm waiting for that. Like I said, that the deodorant pellets, they take an awful long time to melt. So I had to pop that back in. Let me check on it. I'll have to pause you. Okay, I got everything incorporated. You can see it right here. So I'm going to pour these in small batches. I think I'm going to do my lavender first. So I do have some lavender already in here. So I'm going to pour my lavender. I think I'm only going to do 2 of those. but we'll see, because they do sell. So let me do my lavender, and I'll show you how I pour them. Okay, I'm going to pour my lavender, and when you use these tubes, make sure that your thing is wound all the way down. So I'm going to pour this. I do fill it, try to fill it all the way up to the top, because once it starts to harden, it will have some shrinkage. Make sure I get all of that goodness out of there. So here's my, I just poured my lavender, and sometimes, you know, I need to get my pieces of paper out. I like to, you know, line my stuff up and write on a piece of paper what it is, because sometimes I will forget. Sometimes when you're making these things, a lot of times they all start to smell the same. So you want to be careful. So I try to, like I say, I try to write the ingredients on a piece of paper. I'm looking for my spatula. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Here it goes. So I'm going to pour all this lavender out. Get it nice and full. There you go. Pour it in this one. This one wasn't quite that full. So I have all my ingredients for this done. Okay, I'm mixing up my geranium. If I can. Now I think I'm going to have to order some more of this scent. This is actually is essential oils. I'm not using scents. If I can pop the top off of this. There you go. Whoops. Couldn't get it out. So I'm going to do my geranium. I think I'm only going to do one of these since I already have 3. This is my favorite. The geranium and the sports scent that I make. It's my best. Put a little bit more in here. Just enough. Just have a little over. I have this empty jar that I, oops, making a mess, that I pour all my excess deodorant in instead of wasting it, and then I use that for myself. So you have the gist of it. This is how I make my deodorant. And then once I finish, I'll do the labels. So I'll show you part 2 of the labels. Toodles.